G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more Dragon Age Origins with our Grey Rangers of Ferelden playthrough, where we are attempting to get a party full of Rangers. Well, as full as you can make it. You can't actually get 4 Rangers in your party, but there are 2 rogues that we can pick up, and we've got one already in Lilani, or I can never get her name right. And there is another one that I hope to be able to recruit soon. And at level 14, we can get them to, we can give them the Ranger Specialization. So, my biggest problem, we are over here. We've just done the Circle Tower and finished that. My biggest problem at the moment is I have very little in the way of healing supplies. Now, we will take Win along with us, but I don't want to just rely on Win's ability to heal us during combat, because it's not great. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's not great. So, I don't know. I am sorely tempted to go back to Soldier's Peak and try and see if I can buy anything from that guy before we head over here to Redcliffe Village. It's back in the opposite direction, but I don't know. It feels like the only option at the moment. So, for now, we want our lovely boy Meathead. We want Lilani, whatever it is, and we want Win. And yeah, I am going to come back to Soldier's Peak. It's not ideal, but I can't go to Lothering anymore because it's gone. Ooh, there's a new entry to Soldier's Peak.
There are demands from the Banon that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
What can I do for you, Warden?
I'd like to see your wares. Okay. 4 more lesser health poultices. Not great, but not too terrible. We're going to buy all of this no matter what it costs, because we need as much healing as we can get. We don't need lesser injury kits or things like that at the moment. It would be nice if he had more elf root to make more potions, but he does not, so we'll have to live with that. Not a lot we can do about that. What is the party storage chest all about? I'm assuming it's a place I can put things that I don't want to keep on me all the time. I don't see the point. These are plot items. I don't see the point in leaving them in here unless I can still complete the quest with them in there.
You're the warden? My family owes you. Any weapons I make, I will sell you for a discount.
Okay. A sylvan wood longbow. Or an ironbark shortbow. I almost feel like that shortbow is worth taking. Might as well go to the studded leather boots for me. Is there studded leather armor inscribed? I mean, I meant I might as well go to the inscribed version because the price difference wasn't all that much. And I can get that as well. Let's see now. That should give me a full set. $14.71. Yeah, that's way better than I had, wasn't it? Oh, the armor's better, but the overall defense is only marginally better. But that's okay. So they're tier 6, and that's tier 4, and tier 4. Tempting to go tier 6 for everything, because I can probably afford it.
Our family owes you a great deal.
Okay, you
Warden.
don't have anything. Can I go? So it's going to be another 2.5 gold for the helmet. And then the gloves. Which didn't really change anything, to be honest. But that's all right. I could consider changing Liliana's, which I think is exactly how I'm supposed to pronounce it. If I give you that, and that didn't, the helmet changed stuff, but the studded leather gloves didn't. I probably should, so that's level 4. Let's see if he's got something like level 4.
Warden.
Studded leather for her. Where are we? So she needs boots. So I think hardened was 4, wasn't it? Let's grab those. And then the only body armor he's got is the reinforced, which is level 5. It is quite expensive too, but let's just do it. There we go. Yeah, 1165. That's better than she was. That's good. Okay, let's sell all of that.
Warden.
There we go. 20 gold still. I am tempted to buy that ironbark short bow. I'm going to lose the +10 nature resistance, but I don't think that's going to be a huge thing. I'm going to get some extra range. I'm going to get extra armor penetration, slight increase to critical chance, and a full point of damage increase. So yeah, I think it's worth it. It almost feels like it's worth it to buy, but it's going to be very expensive to buy all of those ice arrows, so we might leave that for the moment. Swap out that bow. There we go. Yeah, and is it worthwhile you using this bow? No, it's not really. Your yew longbow is better. Okay.
Warden.
Okay, sell that. And I think that's pretty well everything. So I wonder if this is the case now that everything's down here in the courtyard and there's nothing up in here. We might not even be able to go in here anymore. No, we can't. Okay, so everything was down in the courtyard. That's very good. I mean, it's not great because I can't purchase what I need.
Warden? We've a big family. When you were away, we all pitched in. Hard to believe there were undead, demons, and worse around here, right?
Should have asked him all that stuff already, so there's no sense. Okay. So this doesn't really waste time to do this, but I'm going to go back to the party camp because there is a chance that these guys
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with...
Damn it, no more potions. Yeah, that's only a tier 4. That's okay. I mean, it was a... Yeah. I was hoping, but, yeah, wasn't confident that that would be the case. Meathead, Liliana, win. Oops. Meathead, Liliana, win. Click the right button this time. Okay. Redcliffe Village. Now, I should have saved. Because I was pretty confident this was going to happen. I don't know if I can save in this interaction. I can. Oh, this is not the interaction I expected. Oh, maybe it is.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Actually, this may be the interaction I expected. Let's just get you to make that last potion, because every little bit will help. Okay. Is that meant to be a crow hopping along? Because you don't see many birds that hop. Okay, so what do we got? Traveller, Traveller, Assassin, Assassin, Zurin, Traveller, Traveller, Traveller. Uh-oh, who was stuck on... My bear was stuck on the other side of that. Well, I hope the bear can make himself useful. Actually, I don't care too much about rapid shot at the moment.
Defend yourself.
What happened to me? I got paralyzed. Is there... any way you can get around to me? Okay, so there is a mage back there. How about the two of you get rid of her, please? This is not fair that my bear got trapped back there.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Yes.
Let's get rapid shot going too. Hey, Berry Boy, how about you lead us? Well, maybe just to there for the moment.
Trap right ahead.
If I... how close is everyone else? If I get the bear to lead us to there... he is sort of stuck in the way still. No. Oh, good. We're all here this time. Alrighty then. In this case... is she the mage that was causing the problem before, I wonder? Yes, she is. Okay, she's dead. No, hang on, let's do this guy. Ooh. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I'm almost dead, and I just lost Meathead.
I'm on.
Okay, so we have some archer assassins up here, several of them, but I think if we take this guy down, this may be the most important thing we can do. I've just got to try and keep an eye on everybody else's health.
As you like your strength. Be careful!
It's one down. I'm going to leave the berry boy. Take care of the other assassin up there by himself. And we're going to take care of this lot. Got one running away over there. Okay, he's actually running towards us. So there we go. He's trying for a pinning shot down there. That's not going to help him. And I think Berry Boy just finished the last one. No. Yes. Okay. So, I definitely want to talk to this guy. This is the next rogue that I want to get into my party. I am not 100% sure I can do this right. I wish I could save right here to try this again. But let's see if we can get this. So, wake him up and talk to him.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
I have some questions.
Ah, so I'm to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
What are the Antivan Crows?
I can tell you that. They are an order of assassins out of Antiva, very powerful and renowned for always getting the job done, so to speak. Someone went to great expense to hire this man.
Quite right. I'm surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous.
Who hired you to kill us?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logan, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
When were you to see him next?
I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Logan of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least as far as the Crows are concerned. No need to see Logan then.
How much were you paid?
I wasn't paid anything. The Crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a Chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest.
Then why are you one?
Well, aside from a distinct lack of ambition, I suppose it's because I wasn't given much of a choice. The Crows bought me young. I was a bargain, too, or so I'm led to believe. But don't let my sad story influence you. The Crows aren't so bad. They keep one well supplied. Wine, women, men, whatever you happen to fancy. Though the whole severance package is garbage, let me tell you. If you're considering joining, I'd really think twice about it.
Why are you telling me all this?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely.
Aren't you at least loyal to your employers?
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
I'm listening, make it quick.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the crows pause. So let me serve you instead.
And what's to stop you finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Won't they come after you?
Possibly. I happen to know their wily ways, however. I can protect myself as well as you. Not that you seem to need much help. And if not, well, it's not as if I had many alternatives to start with, is it?
What do you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
And I'm going to ask one more question. Why would I want your service?
Why? Because I am skilled at many things, from fighting to stealth and picking locks. I could also warn you should the Antivan crows attempt something more sophisticated, now that my attempts have failed. I also know a great many jokes. 12 massage techniques, 6 different card games. I do wonderful at parties, no?
Okay, I'll accept your offer.
Having an Antivan crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do, at least briefly, I'm hoping I can swap around a little bit. Actually, once I get to Redcliffe, I know I will be able to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Liliana out and put him in, mostly because I want to see what his stats are right now. So let's have a look. Ooh, Meathead, you need a... Actually, I think a Mimbari Crunch will do the same for you, won't it? It will. And Win is fine. So, does he have... He does have a bow. An Antivan longbow, Elm. It's only tier 1, but it has a +1 ranged crit chance. So his crit chance at the moment is 5%. Very nice. 1 in 20 shots should be criticals. As long as I don't let him do... what's the name? Rapid shot. So, let's take that out of his inventory. What has he got here? He's got a Viridium Longsword and a Crow Dagger, Steel, plus 15% critical backstab damage. Okay, so we're going to swap that around. You're going to have the bow as your primary weapon. I am going to give you these back, but at some point we're probably going to get you full daggers, because you shouldn't be doing that as a rogue. Let's see, strength of 19, that's okay, a bit excessive for what is necessary. Dexterity 33, very nice. Sorry, did he have some dex gear on? What's he got? Leather gloves. leather armor. So he's got hardened, so that's what, tier 4 and tier 4. So 10 and 73 as opposed to my like 1471. Okay, and you've got mixed metal rounds. That's +2 dexterity. What else has given him the dex bonus then? Oh, maybe that's all the dex bonus he's got, +2. Okay. 77 to hit with that. I'm going to switch you back to your bow, though. That's going to be your primary weapon. Let's make sure we set that up in the tactics to begin with. Archer. Ranged. Self health less than 50%. Use the least powerful potion. Let's get that up there. I should really have something like that on myself as well, but I'm going to have to wait on that. What other... let's just go enemy, any. What other abilities has he got at the moment? Dirty fighting, dual weapon sweep, below the belt, flurry, mark of death, deadly strike, and poison making. So he's actually set up for... he's essentially a melee rogue. Dual weapon setup. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Had a look at all that. That's not too bad. Cunning is 15. Okay. Okay, so he's got 3 levels of poison making. That's nice. I might actually see what sort of poisons he can make that I might be able to use. And he's got all the master combat training. What's he got here? As an assassin, he's got mark of death. All attacks against a mark deal additional damage, but that's short range, so I need to be careful about that. I don't want him rushing into combat and doing that. That's also personal range, and that's passive, and he's got some stealth. He shouldn't technically be able to have that stealth because he doesn't have high enough cunning for it, but not going to complain. He's got dual weapon training, and then he's got the good... This is probably the best line of dual weapon stuff to go for, because that's an attack which can do damage to multiple opponents in front of you. Then you've got flurry, where you do 3 quick attacks to the opponent in front of you. So that's a stance or a mode. Not really anything you want most of the time. Can be useful, but then whirlwind attacks everything around you. And this is the sort of, some of this stuff is stuff that you would expect you could do with two-handed weapons, but there's only one thing that you can do like that with two-handed weapons. So we're going to slowly have to get him into the archery thing. What we also are going to do, actually, self being attacked by a melee attack, let's put another rule in for that. Self being attacked by melee, and we want to switch to melee weapons, and we want to put that before dirty fighting. So we're going to see how that goes. Everybody here is doing fine. Let's search all of these guys. No, we don't actually want to have everyone selected like that. Oh, I don't want lyrium potions. I want health potions. Can you not give me health potions? Deep mushrooms. Green stone. I don't want death root either. You had nothing. Okay. And there's at least one more assassin body around here that we can check on. So here's the interesting thing, right? I don't think Zev is that useful in my party right now. Because he has basically 0 archery talents, skills, whatever you want to call them. So what we're going to do, g'day Crossburst, what we're going to do is we are going to head to Redcliffe, but once we get there, we're going to swap him out and get Liana back in.
Indeed.
There we go. So that's going to be a better party layout. Let me just double check that there's no changes I can make to her tactics. No, that's fine. Happy with that. Okay. No. Supposed to be doing that. There we go. And we might just save coming into Redcliffe as well.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I need to see Al Eamon.
Oh. Then you don't know. Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard he's sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying. We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you. He's just over there in the chantry. Please, come.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They're obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl. You're a rather unusual group, to say the least. Can I ask who you are and why you've come?
I'm a Grey Warden here to speak to Al Eamon.
A Grey Warden? I thought you all died along with my nephew. At least that is what Loghain would have us believe.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. There is a Grey Warden who goes by the name of Alistair. Does he yet live?
He lives. He travels with me, in fact.
He does? Finally, some good news amidst all the bad. Thank you. You're here to see my brother? Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead. Decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. I'm asking you, please, help us. Help Eamon.
Of course I'll help.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what
G'day, Lando.
Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of the knights here?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
You search for the Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Why are you in the chantry?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Should things go amiss?
Should the monsters find their way in. I would prefer not to fight in the chantry, but if they come, then so must it be. We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
So what happens after this is over?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
What exactly are these things?
I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, perhaps. Spirits possessing the bodies of the dead. We could be dealing with a mage, but who would do such a thing?
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Okay. So, pile of books and a book in here. We'll just quickly read those.
Art thou who exists to make a sight.
There we
Blessed
go.
art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art
There
thou.
we go. Nothing over there.
I'm scared, Mother.
Got a bookshelf
But I'm
here.
coming. Soon, darling. Don't worry.
And we've got a book
It's gonna be
here.
all right.
Hey! Win finally gets a level. Actually, is she now higher than me? She is! She's our highest level party member.
Father is outside. We must stay here and be brave.
Willpower, magic. I think a bit of constitution would be nice. So, what are we going to get? You need level 12 for Life Ward. We could go no, we can't go Petrify. You don't have enough for that. What we got? Can't do Mass Rejuvenation. I mean, we probably could have. Not sure that's all that great. Heroic Defense. Let's take Heroic Defense now, because then later we can take Haste.
I guess so.
Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet. Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible. You poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
I'll look for him.
Thank you so much. Please find him. I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Going. You want it?
These people don't...
we don't have the
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
You heard wrong.
So you say? A damn Qunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing. Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
You can call me Duran.
Fair enough.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does he refuse to talk?
Valena is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
I'll see what I can do.
Appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then? Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Okay, so that's the smithy. Tavern, the chantry, Caitlin's home. That's where we came in.
Pray and hope for a miracle.
Smithy. Oh, the tavern all the way up there. Very good. Before I go in there, like I have done this once before. I seem to remember that if I talk to the knights up there, they give me either a key or permission to go and look in a storehouse somewhere. And so I want to do that. But first of all, we're going to come up here. We're going to loot these.
And I'm off. Yes.
Allow me. I could do that for you. It's done.
Okay, don't need scale gloves, but that's all right. Let's head back down. Death root and a chest down there. I think I might have a quick look at those first before I go anywhere else. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scout the entire village. It's only a tier 2 longbow. We've all got better than that already. So let's do a quick scouting run over this way. Death root. I wish it was elf root, but you know, can't complain.
Yes.
Some coin. No swimming sign.
And I'm off.
Greenstone. There's the general store. Dwin's home, Caitlin's home. So I think it might have been the general store that we got. Access to. I'm going to come back to this later. I thought it was locked. I guess not. That's that guy's home. I remember him. He is a dwarf. Doesn't really want to talk to anybody. There's no homes around here.
When? Is this yours?
Oh, my bag of components. Thank you, dear. I was wondering where it got to.
You left it by the fire at camp.
Oh, yes. I remember now. How age creeps up on you and brings with it forgetfulness.
You're a great mage, Wen, and you're sharper and wiser than many people I know. Some young ones, too.
Oh, but you should have seen me 15, 20 years ago. The fires have dimmed somewhat since then. But thank you, Liliana.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. Let's go into the tavern.
All right.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes? Right. I've got some supplies, too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't hurt to pick up some of the slack, eh?
Wynn doesn't have improved herbalism. Okay. I thought she would have... Oh, 6 elf root. Yes, please. Damn it, she doesn't. Okay, that's fine. At least she can make these. There we go. 15 lesser health. That's not too bad.
Not looking for company.
Shouldn't you be with the militia?
Why? I don't live here.
Then what are you doing here?
Just waiting until I can leave again.
Who are you?
I'm not here to talk.
There's something about this man's demeanor. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But you do, don't you? I know spy when I see one.
Look, I don't know you, and I don't want to. I'm not... I mean, I was just told to... I mean, just leave me alone.
What were you told to do?
Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
And how do you know I'm a Grey Warden?
I just, overheard it, that's all. If you'll excuse me, I want to get to the Chantry before the sun goes down.
This might be easier if you just tell me what you're hiding.
I don't want trouble. I'm going to the Chantry now. Just leave me alone. All right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
What are you supposed to watch the castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After After that, monsters started coming from the castle. I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know. Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
All right, I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Okay. So, let's go and see the knights. Don't recall if there was anything at this door, so let's have a quick look.
Rami, I could do that for you. Mm-hmm.
Yes? What can I do for you?
I have a letter for you from the Blackstone Irregulars. I completely forgot about that. I should check to see if there's anything else.
I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Okay. Blackstone Irregulars. So that's who we just did. We've done Lothering. We haven't done Varel Ban in the Denram's Alienage. And the Dereliction of Duties. We've done that one. We haven't done that or that. That's fine. Hang on a sec though. There is the Mage's Collective. Find and activate the rest of the mystical sites located deep in the Brazilian Forest, Deep Roads, Denerim, and the Circle Tower. I don't know if I've done the one in the Circle Tower. Track down and stop a small group of adventurers from giving false testimony. Notice of termination. Find the 3 apprentices. 2 of them are in Denerim, and 1's outside Ozima. Travel to the forest. 10 bundles of deep mushrooms to the Mage's Collective. Well, actually, Last Will and Testament. Jetta in Redcliffe. Okay. I had a feeling there might be something else. Talk to Sir Perth and her brother Bevan. That's right. Where he's in a building somewhere, hiding in a cupboard, if I remember rightly.
They say the Mabari is clever enough to speak and wise enough to know not to. Tell me, my friend, does this saying apply to you? Are you capable of speech and simply choose not to speak?
The dog wags his tail.
Sometimes I think the world would be a much friendlier place if we could...
No word from the castle?
All right.
I forget what that does. That's the landmark tree. Let's check this crate. Ice arrows, beautiful. The kids are not going to be in here, but there is some stuff to loot in here, I think. So that gets me into the castle. There is this crate here. Health poultice and a love letter. Fine. There's no way up there that I can see. Well, there is a ladder around there, but I can't get to it. That's fine. Okay, let's get out here. Let's talk to Sir Perth.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Van Tegan is to see you here. I must admit I am unfamiliar with addressing a dwarf of your station. I do not wish to be rude.
Call me Durin, if you would.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
See what I can do.
It gladdens my heart to hear it. No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are. As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Okay, so... I feel like the brother of the girl who was in the Chandry, he was hiding in a building somewhere. Oh good, he's there ready to help. They're all testing their skill at bows.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Okay, I need to speak with you.
Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
Prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
Certainly not. I don't know you and I don't want to. Off you go.
Either open the door or I'll break it down.
My accent here says you won't. Just you try it, Luther! Be good, I said! Don't you try to come in here!
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
You just come barging into my home. I've no money and nothing of value to take, as you can plainly see. So if you're here to beat on a sad old man, then all I ask is you get on with it. I don't have much to live for as it is.
The militia needs your help.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? Hmm? My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone.
So you intend to drink yourself to death?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
I intend to try.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what. If you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
do my
Not
best.
good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise I'll find her.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least. Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me. I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however.
Let's talk business.
Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Yep, nothing I want. Well, it was worthwhile checking. Let's sell that. And those. And those. That. And that. Now.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it. I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no... Find my Velena.
So if I try and open this then? Where is it? There it is.
I don't think there's anything you'll need in there. But it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up. Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key. I must admit, it feels good to be up and do it. Right. I haven't...
Sorry that have to do this to you, my friend, but we're going to sell you back the stuff of yours that we just took, because that's the way it works in these games. Right. Let's head out. Speak to the mayor again.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll send one of my men to inform Bantegan the militia is ready for battle.
I'll be back. I need to check on something.
Let's hope we see morning.
So what room is it? This is Caitlin's house. We didn't search this before, but I got a feeling this is the one. No, maybe not. I thought this was the one with the bookcase with the kid in it. Maybe he's upstairs though. Let's just oh no, here we go.
Go away. This isn't your home.
Young man, come out this instant.
Yes, ma'am. All right. I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the Chantry if you really want. I just didn't want to be at the Chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, we've done that. Maybe it's after the defense of the village that you're allowed to go into the stores. I don't think it really matters. There's not a lot in here. Need the note. Lamp oil in the barrels. Okay.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Okay. Maybe not. And the one thing I'm going to do that's different this time is I am going to go in this door. Just quick save first. Oh, that's not the one. I don't want to kick in a door, I want to pick the lock. I mean, potato, potato, really. It's still not a very nice thing to do. What? Okay.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
Is that how you greet a fellow dwarf?
You've a high-born look about you. You were expecting some bowing and scraping, maybe. The name's Dwyn. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
What are you doing shut in here?
Surviving. We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
You should be out there helping the village.
Why? When did this town ever rush to my rescue?
You're a coward.
You look more than competent. With you out there, they don't really need me, do they?
Can't I change your mind?
I have to admit, you've a better chance than most. At least another dwarf is likely to have a few rocks to rub together between their ears. What do you have in mind, then? Let's hear it.
How about gold?
Are you serious?
Yes, I
won't
am.
even stick my head out my door for less than 100 silvers. Do I look like an elf? I'm not that cheap. It's 100, or it's no deal.
Fine, I'll
You're
pay.
getting off easy there. But like you say, I guess this town needs a hero. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me?
And oh look, does this mean that we can loot the house that has absolutely nothing in it? Oh well, we got more people to defend the village. That's good. Last time I tried this, I only opened that door after the village had been successfully defended. So now we've got Dwyn and his thugs. Okay, I think we're ready. The last thing we're going to do, we're going to come up here and we're going to save. And then the very last thing we're going to do is we talk to the knights, and I think we can convince them to use the oil from the stores. The only... Well, actually, no, that shouldn't be too bad because most of us aren't ranged. It will only be Meathead and my bear that will possibly have a problem. Let's just ride over that save, shall we?
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
Have you considered using the oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many monsters aflame.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
Oh, no, I forgot about...
Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
I forgot about the holy protection. Which is a good thing, because I can also then... Oh, actually, I suppose I've already finished that quest to rescue the little boy, but I'll go and talk to the girl in the Chantry as well about that. There we go.
Heaven said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you. The Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Good day.
Right. Oh, Jetta. I knew there was someone else I needed to talk to in the village.
You're a Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since. I am. You've heard of me? Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot to... Maker's blessings upon you.
And that's that quest done. How are we doing? Ooh, getting close to my next level. Very nice. So's Meathead. Win, of course, isn't. Lilana's a bit of a way off, but that's fine. Now we need to talk to
You
Mother
are
Hannah.
of dwarven blood and a stranger amongst us, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
I can't stand by.
Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a man of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
Surely this cannot be the entire village. These few are all who are left.
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
So Perth needs holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give. Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Does he not realize that it is his faith alone which must sustain him? It is faith alone which will bring the Maker's aid.
Unfortunately, he seeks the Maker's protection in a far too literal sense. This is something I cannot promise nor provide.
He will simply have to do without
Indeed.
then.
I know Sir Perth means well, but I will not lie to him about something so important. May the Maker watch over you, child.
I hear both Murdoch and Sir Perth are ready for nightfall. Excellent news. Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Yeah, they shouldn't be leaning forward as they release. That's going to affect their aim. Everything else about their technique is reasonably good. They've got a good stance. They've got a good consistent draw. And they're mostly drawing with their back and shoulders, not with their arms. So that's good. Yeah, they've got to learn to stop flinching forward like that when they release. That's going to be a real problem. Anyway, enough of my lecturing on how to shoot a bow. Okay.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy
Have
protection.
you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
She can't help.
I see. Then I suppose we must simply rely on our own prayers. The Maker will not help us. Thank you for your efforts. We shall fight on, nevertheless. There is still time before the sun goes down. If you have not yet spoken to Murdoch, or if there is anything you have planned...
No, I'm ready
Good luck to
now.
you, Ben, and may the Maker watch over us all.
Here they come.
They're coming!
Get to your positions! Make ready!
Light the trap! Burn these foul creatures!
Actually, I should get the fox out, the wolf out again at some point in the near future, and see if he's got any new abilities yet. Okay. No, I didn't want to go to there.
And I'm off.
I'll try to be merciful. You forced our hand.
They're attacking from the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need help! Come on! We need to hurry!
Very good. I got my level. I feel like that Scattershot's really doing what I would hope it was doing. Our health is all doing good. Now that we're not fighting amongst the flames anymore. Meathead got a level as well. That's nice. Good on you, Meat. You need a bit of healing there, Win. How about you take one of those? Boys in a bad way. Okay, we made it through. Very nice.
Dawn arrives, and we survive the night. We are victorious. And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, good sir. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
I'm happy to help defend the village.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe.
Murdoch of Redcliffe, Mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
You and so many others who have perished here, walk with he who is your Maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
May their ancestors give you welcome.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now, we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Okay. Oh. Leilani got a level. Excuse me, as well. Cunning, dexterity, willpower. Next. I don't think her getting more points in stealing is really going to help. Let's finish off combat training so she can get the best that she can. We can't yet get to the highest level of device mastery because she needs a couple more levels. That's fine. I don't think distraction's going to be all that useful, and I'm not too interested in going into any of the stealth. Let's just get her critical shot for now. And Meathead, we really want strength, willpower, and constitution for you. Next, you don't get any talents this level. What was I going to do at level 10 with this rogue? Let me see. Level 10. Oh, yes. Okay. I still think I need more willpower. So I'm going to go willpower, and then I'm going to go 2 points in dexterity. Although, no, I might go just 1 and go, that's the last point I'm going to put into strength for now. So let's go next. And I was going to take expert survival. There we go. And then summon spider, which I'm probably not going to use because my understanding is it's not that good. But I'm hopeful. I want to summon my wolf. Actually, I'll probably end up summoning all of them to be fair. Let's move these all down a little bit. No, there and there, and we can move these down a bit. There and there, and then we can move these a bit. So let's have a look at this first. See what the spider is like. So he just has web. That's all he has. Okay. If we go back to the bear, does the bear have anything new in his repertoire? Berry boy, no, you still just have slam. Okay. And what about the wolf? You just have howl. Okay. Well, keep you out for the moment because we can't do much else. I just quickly want to come in here. See how he's doing.
Good to see you in one piece. Do you have news of Elena yet?
Not yet.
Well, I'll give it some time. Now's the best time to go into the castle, though, and see for yourself. Remember, a promise is a promise.
Let's talk business.
I haven't got much.
And you still don't really have anything I want, but I was hoping that maybe things would change a little bit, but they have not. I can make a lot more death root extract. I should probably consider doing that. I do want to briefly... No, this way. I want to go and talk to the dwarf and see if he survived, just out of curiosity more than anything. Let's see what he's got to say. No sign of him. Oh well. Let's go up to the tavern. Oh, Blackstone Liaison and a Blackstone Irregulars box. And a Chanter's board. I didn't realise that was there. Okay.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Grease the wheels. Sure, we'll take that. And what do we got here on the Chanter's board? Caravan down. Alright, I guess I'll...
The deep dark before dawn's first light
okay.
seems eternal.
Oh, and we've got a Doomsayer here as well. I'm not going to talk to him because he's just all doom and gloom and we don't want that. Although I am starting to wonder if you're going to end up with Doomsayers in every village, in every city, and whether that is something that you're supposed to combat. Even if only just a little bit. Couple of gossips.
If it isn't the hero of the day, what can I get you?
Well, I'd like it if you had more healing.
I've got some supplies.
But you don't. So, how many flasks do I have left? 22. I might just buy, like, I don't know, that. Just in case I need them.
Going.
I suppose I should do this while I can. Keep forgetting to use that stuff. It only does a minimal amount of extra damage, but anything is better than nothing. Let's see if Sir Perth has anything to say.
It is sad to think of how much death there has been here. But we have saved the village beyond all expectations. You have done well, my friend. I will remain here to guard the village and receive any fellow knights as they continue to return. At least until the castle is retaken.
Okay.
odd how quiet the castle looks from here. You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family.
Why didn't you enter the castle in the first place?
I had no idea what lurked in the castle, and I couldn't abandon the people of the village. What if... Maker's breath.
Tigan, thank the Maker you yet live.
Isolde, you're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away from the castle as soon as I saw the battle was over, and I must return quickly. And I need you to return with me, Tigan. Alone.
We will need more of an explanation than that.
What? Who is this man, Tigan?
Were it not for his help, Isolde, I would not be here. I owe him my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... considering the circumstances...
Please, Isolde, we had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tigan, there is a terrible evil within the castle. The dead waken and haunt the living. The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but he won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tigan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do.
What about the Arl?
He is being kept alive so far, thank the Maker.
Kept alive? Kept alive by what?
Something the mage unleashed. So far it allows Eamon, Connor and myself to live. The others were not so fortunate. It killed so many, and turned their bodies into walking nightmares. Once it was done with the castle, it struck the village. It wants us to live, but I do not know why. It allowed me to come for you, Tigan, because I begged, because I said Connor needed help.
Tell me about this mage.
He is an infiltrator, I think. One of the castle staff. We discovered he was poisoning my husband. That is why Eamon fell ill.
Eamon was poisoned?
He claims an agent of Terran Logain's hired him. He may be lying, however. I cannot say.
Why do we get the feeling you're not telling us everything?
I beg your pardon? That's a rather impertinent accusation.
Not if it's true.
An evil I cannot fathom holds my son and the husband hostage. Came for help. What more do you want from me? Tigan, I do not have much time. What if it thinks I'm betraying it? It could kill Connor. Please come back with me. Must I beg?
The king is dead, and we need my brother now more than ever. I will return to the castle with you, Isolde.
Thank the Maker. Bless you, Tigan. Bless you.
I have no illusions of dealing with this evil alone. You, on the other hand, have proven quite formidable. Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private before I return to the castle with you.
Please do not take too long. I will be by the bridge.
Here's what I propose. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say?
Yep.
Then it's for the best. I would prefer to go inside with you, but I have no choice in the matter. Sir Perth and his men can watch for danger at the castle entrance. If you can open the gates from within, they can move in and help you. I don't think there's anyone else who can help you. If you choose not to go, then it's up to me to do what I can. Here is my signet ring. It will open the lock on the door in the mill. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
We must end this evil no matter what.
Greater evils have been loosed on the world, but I will not argue with you.
So we are just going to send him with that woman? It seems so dangerous.
But I can delay no longer. Allow me to bid you farewell. And good luck.
Alrighty then. Let's talk to the Knight Commander, because we haven't done that. Okay.
Thank you.
Do I need to talk to Sir Perth?
Van Tegan informed me that he would like us to wait at the castle gate, should you get the opportunity to open it. I would prefer to enter the castle with you, but he is right. Someone must remain to guard Redcliffe and bring word to the king should our plan go awry. At any rate, I will go to the gates now. May you remain in the Maker's sight, my friend.
Okay, I think I'm going to take a break for about 15 minutes, grab a bite to eat, and come back and we will have the rest of this stream going. So, thank you everybody who has joined me so far. We will be back soon with part 2, where we go into the castle, and I have not done all of the castle before, so this will be interesting. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.